Hello and welcome to my guide to clanking. Hopefully this will clear up any misconceptions that you may have. First of all, it's important that you know the 9% rule. The 9% rule is where if one move does more than 9% than another when clanking, it will override the other move and out-prioritize it. Fight me, Sam. First we will look at some specific interactions with moves. Here is ground to ground. Oh my. What's this? Peach 1 clanked with Peach 2 when using jab on the same frame. Neither won and they went into their rebound animation. Let's look at a move that does more than 9% than Peach's jab. This will do. You will notice that Peach 2 didn't get hit. That is because even if a move does more than 9% and out prioritizes it, it will only hit the other player if the hitbox overlaps with a hurt box. Wow. Broken. In the next two Peach clips you can see what happens when the attacker's hurt box also gets hit and what happens when you override an attack normally. Notice the clank bubble. It wants to be noticed. Let's look at air moves versus air moves. Wow, nothing special happened. They simply hit each other. Incredible. Some moves are considered both airborne and grounded. This means they will clank with any move. Usually these cannot rebound. Oliver's Pikmin and some other attacks are this. As you can see in this clip, ground to air moves will normally just trade instead of clanking. What about projectiles, you ask? Well, they also follow the 9% rule. Here Peach tries to smack the charge shot with her crown. The charge shot beats the crown. This is because the crown does 15% and the charge shot does 25%. A whole 10% more. Let's look at Ganondorf smack the charge shot with his muscular arms instead. It does 17%, so it beats it. Only Ganondorf could pull this off so elegantly. Radical Larry would be proud. Some moves ignore the 9% rule altogether. Because this has mostly been on projectiles, some have dubbed it projectile priority, but it has nothing to do with being a projectile. For example, Bayo smashes are called this, but do regular shield stun and inflict hit lag to her, so they cannot be projectiles. Here Falcon's down tilt does 10% compared to Bayo up smash 23%. They clank despite overlapping his hurt box. Gnarly. What happens when Bayo smash attacks clank with other moves that always lose, you ask? Simple. They both lose. Lol. Here's a direct comparison of a normal projectile, villager forward smash, and a low priority move, timber. As you can see here, villager forward smash easily beats the up B. However, timber, despite doing as much damage as F smash, loses to Samus up B because it is a low priority move. That is certified Kurogane hammer broken. Lastly, I want to talk about cannot rebound. This is when a move cannot enter a clank animation. This is sometimes called by plebs trample. Wow, this looks like something out of Dragon Ball Z anyway. Please try not to call it trample. It's a bad name that simply confuses people. It doesn't need a name. It's also worth noting that some moves with invincibility are confused as being unable to rebound. Game & Watch up smash is the biggest offender, but here you can see he clearly clanks after the up smash. Wow. Thanks for watching. As always, direct your questions to my Twitter account @KuraganeHammer. A lot of people have been wondering. Stay beefy, bye.